Back when I was a kid, one of my favorite movie series were the Barbie movies, which we totally watched legally and not from a DVD set that my dad burned himself using the power of pirates. When you think about Barbie movies, the first thing that probably comes to mind is princesses in pink, purple or blue dresses, glitter, and these freaking delicious looking fairytopia treats that everyone wanted to bite into. But of course, a good Barbie movie can't go without a villain, and good lord, the Barbie villains are iconic.
Why, hello.
Listen, as a kid I used to think that characters like Odile or Wenlock looked ugly as hell, but as an adult I've really come to appreciate these characters for their, at the time, unconventionally attractive looks. But usually they actually had insane fashion, like Lydia is just out here in dominatrix strip, goddamn. I just don't appreciate the poop and vomit color palette they all had for some reason. Anyways, this is why I'm gonna draw 3 of them in my art style today, because I can. Starting off with Gothel from Barbie Rapunzel. So technically I made a whole spin the wheel thing for this video so the villains would be randomized, but I really wanted to draw Gothel, so goodbye wheel, see you again soon. That's a lie, I kinda actually never used it for this video at all. But if you also want to draw some Barbie villains and can't decide who to start with, I will put the JSON file of the wheel on my Patreon to access for free. More info in the description. Now about drawing Gothel. I have to say that Barbie Rapunzel is one of the movies I think I haven't seen in over an actual decade, so I literally forgot she existed until I watched a Barbie villains video that sparked this whole idea. And I'm glad I was reminded of her because she looks so cunty. Like, what is this eyebrow arc? You can only have that if you know you are serving. But genuinely, she has a really cool facial structure that I really wanted to draw. The character designers did cook with her. As for my drawing, you could probably see me going back and forth with the eyebrow position like 10 times in the footage already, because I had a hard time replicating her facial expression. Maybe the issue is that I couldn't decide if I wanted her to look more intense or more smug, like, I look better than everyone else in this room, again, for like 300 days in a row. I also have no idea what age she's supposed to be because she has gray hair, but also like not a single wrinkle. But I decided to go with wrinkles because wrinkles are cool, wrinkles are in, wrinkles are free. Get some wrinkles right now, guys. Oh, and yeah, sorry for the auto fans because I did not have the sanity to try and draw a ferret that day, so he's on vacation. She just had a fur scarf thingy from potentially unethical sources. I was really excited to get to shading because that's the step where you can really define the shape of facial features and make everything look 3D. I of course had to give her the iconic lipstick and eyeshadow. I ended up making her red turtleneck dress a lot more saturated because I just prefer having more saturated colors, and Gothel deserves some expensive red. I also have legitimately no idea what material her dress and hat poof rims are supposed to be made of. Is it supposed to be fur? Is it supposed to be fabric? No idea. So I just shaded it like it's shiny fabric. For the final touches, I added highlights to her face and ended up giving her eyeshadow a bit of a green/blue tint to make it stick out more. Okay, before we get to the next one, if you guys like my content and have some money to throw around, I have a trade offer for you. I get your throwable money thrown at me and you get a badge and emotes on this channel, as well as update posts and early access to videos. I noticed that a lot of patrons said they mostly joined to support me and not really to get any benefits, so I thought this would be a great option right here on YouTube. But if you do want my HD art files, brush set, time-lapses, end card heads, and more, you can throw your money at me on Patreon instead. Or both if you have too much money. Who am I to stop you? Now on to the next villain. So, Barbie and the Magic of the Pegasus was one of the movies I probably watched like a billion times as a kid, but I have to say when I looked up Wenlock for references, I did not remember that he had 3 wives. Like, imagine you just Google this guy and you get flashbanged by the fact that he has 3 wives in the second picture that shows up. I don't know, it was funny to me. He's obviously a very bad person considering that he turned them into trolls when he got annoyed with them, which makes me think he would do those boomer jokes about, haha, my wife is so annoying, I hate her. And, you know, he turned a whole kingdom into stone because he got rejected, which is a crazy move for sure. But yeah, despite this, I have to say he does have an insane face card, which I thought would go well with my art style. The drawing process went really smooth. You probably saw that I immediately got his face sketched in without much back and forth. And yeah, he does look really good in my art style. He is a scrunkly man with an evil grin after all, and I'm basically a master at drawing those. I really feel like I'm about to awaken something in some of you guys with this drawing. Please let me know if you have been awakened. I made a couple minor changes to his outfit because I thought the OG looks a bit clunky and awkwardly shaped, but of course he has to have his iconic griffin staff. I don't know what else to say about him other than that he turned out looking cooler than he should, so I will just read this convo I had with my friend Renee about Wenlock while the time lapse plays. OMG, he looks so good though. Looks emoji. And that heterophobia in his eyes. He clearly hates the heteros with how he treats his wives. Well, I mean, looks emoji. Seems written all over his face. Maybe he wants a boyfriend. And honestly, maybe that is how the Barbie movie should have ended. Bro brings his ex-wives home, realizes he should respect women more, and then finds a boyfriend. Everyone happy. Okay guys, I won't lie, I got mega sidetracked before drawing the next character because I could have just drawn her without having perfect knowledge of the Swanlake movie, but I felt kinda bad that I didn't remember most of the plot for these movies, so I was just gonna go look for Odile's scene specifically, but for some reason the entire German dub of the movie is on YouTube for free. I wanted to skip through and just find the Odile parts, but I got invested into the story, so I watched the whole thing. Legit, I forgot so much about it that it was almost like watching it for the first time again. And I remember back in the day this was one of the Barbie movies I was not even excited to see anymore because I had watched it so many times. So I'm surprised everything was basically wiped from my memory. Anyways, Odile. She is one of those cases where I feel like they made design decisions to make her quote-unquote ugly on purpose, like her short messy bangs, which in my opinion actually makes her look more modern now, considering super short bangs are a thing people wear now. In the movie it looks like she has a receding hairline, so that was one thing I wanted to change from my drawing. By the way, I love how her hairstyle really highlights her earrings due to it not covering them up at all. Then I made some small changes to her outfit because I cannot figure out the dress for the life of me. I don't know if her arm thingies are supposed to be feathers because they always look more like dried corn leaves to me, and that's low-key iconic, so I just made them dried corn leaves but also added feathers underneath. I have a question for you guys though. Before rewatching the German dub, I saw a few of her English clips, and I have to say that while they definitely both have an ear grating type of voice, I feel like the English one is actually ear grating while the German one sounds more grounded / realistic to me.
Die wirken wie Feuer und Eis. Oh, it's just so fire and ice.
It seems like they wanted to go for a very annoying vibe for her in the English dub, whereas in German, she sounds less like a caricature. Her German laugh sounds more like someone would actually laugh like that, you know? But maybe that's just me because I'm more used to the German dub. And also absolutely no hate to her English voice actress, they just have a different vibe to each other. Anyways, I gave Odile some heavier makeup than what she has in the movie because I wanted to make her look just a bit more alternative, and then I shaded the rest of her. I really love how the brown part of her dress looks like it's shimmering here. It goes really well with the golden jewelry and the corn leaves that later also have a slight shimmer to them. With her, I leaned more into a blue and gold combo for her dress, so it wouldn't look too similar to Gothel's dress. Because let's be real, they look like they could be daughter and mother already. Clothing aside, they literally have the same facial structure. And of course, Odile also gets her enchanted necklace, even though she technically never wore it with this outfit, I think. And that's all 3 Barbie villains for today. Do you like how they look in my style? If you do, maybe you would enjoy this video where I design villainosies for my story. You can also find more of my drawings on my socials. Thanks so much for watching, special thanks to my Patreons. Will out.